BubbaTac here, also known as OkieTools, and this is part 2 in my video series about converting my Remington 1100 semi-automatic 12-gauge shotgun from a hunter into a tactical shotgun. Starting from the stock going forward, the first modification I made was to put black electrical tape right here on the butt pad. This keeps the side rubber from catching on your clothing. The second modification I made was the choke charging handle. I didn't know how I felt about this charging handle at first. It was not my first choice, but they are very affordable and it has worked great. I've heard of there being issues with them popping out during use, but I have not had any issues like that in the several hundred rounds that I've put through this shotgun. It's just a great charging handle. You can actually rotate your hand over from the left side to use it ambidextrously if you'd like. And it's much larger than the factory one and just allows for much more engagement. Even if you're not interested in doing, say, a tactical conversion of a Remington 1100 or 1187, this is a nice addition to your shotgun, even if you're just going to use it for, say, hunting purposes or shooting clays, because it gives you a very nice engagement point for actuating the action. The third modification that I wanted to make to my shotgun was to the shell lifter, to install this tactical shell lifter. This is the same shell lifter that comes on the Remington 1187 police model, and it is interchangeable with the existing shell lifter on any 1100 and 1187 that they make, and it is a drop-in fit. It does not require modification. This is a great modification to your shotgun. Even if you just want to have your shotgun, your 1187, your 1100, for hunting purposes and you're not interested in tactical or competition shooting, this is a great upgrade to it, just like the choke charging handle, because you have to make sure each time that you loaded and charged a round into the loading port that you actuated that button. Because this one is more than twice as long or longer, any shell that you present into the loading port automatically goes in with no problem, and makes it very utilitarian. It's something you don't have to think about. Charging around is so much easier because of the additional length of the button. Also, when you have the bolt back and you're trying to do a chamber load, this is a much larger button to engage to send the bolt home versus the original button that came on your 1100 or 1187. The fourth modification I made to my 1100 was a new barrel. This particular barrel is a 22-inch smooth bore slug barrel, rifle-sighted. I really do like these Remington rifle-sighted barrels. This barrel, being a shorter slug barrel, is set up to shoot slugs and buckshot. There could be reliability issues using other lighter loads. In my testing, it proved very reliable. I tested 10 different loads. If you are going to be shooting target or game loads, there are loads that it does like more than others. I would stick with anything that's about 3 dram equivalent, 1100 to 1200 feet per second, and is about 1 1/8 ounce. It seems really like those. That being said, even with all those other lighter loads or loads that were under that, it was still rather reliable, even with those, just occasional malfunctions. But if you're going to use those heavier loads, like I stated, you're not going to have any issues whatsoever. Your standard white box from Wally World of Winchester, heavy loads in those dram equivalencies that I was just talking about, and shot size, you'll be just fine. My last modification of this 1100 in this project was to increase capacity. As you can see here, I have a Remington +3 magazine extension, and it just makes sense for this shotgun since it's a Remington. I really do like their mag extensions. The reason why I really like them is because underneath this clamp there is a bevel, and this screw that is the cross screw that holds that on there actually goes through that bevel, and what that keeps it from doing is going fore and aft, which is very nice to keep it centered, which can be an issue when you use magazine clamps on other magazine extensions. The fact that it nests around the barrel right here actually keeps the magazine extension from unscrewing, and it also means that if it takes a shock from any direction, that it steadies the magazine extension against the barrel. And the difference in length here is no big deal to me, and with a total of +3 plus the original 4 and 1 in the chamber, you have a total of 8 rounds. This turned out to be a very reliable shotgun, even with all the modifications made to it. I've really enjoyed the final product, and I hope you all enjoyed the video.